Hello, Adita Lang, and I wanted to talk to you about lunges. There are so many lunges we can do. Think of a lunge in a slight way as a one-legged squat. That's really the way to think about a lunge. But also a lunge is a very useful movement when we want to pick something up off the floor, right? There's other variations that actually help us in our daily lives. So a lunge is a very useful activity that trains the muscles of your lower body. And it utilizes the muscles so that they work as a team. Now here's the thing. We can do a lunge on a Smith machine, on a free weight squat rack, or we can use dumbbells. And then we have a couple of other variations for lunges. So I'd like to talk about them all. The form and technique for each and every way that you're going to do a lunge is actually the same. So here's a lunge. You're stepping, first off, you have the width of your hip. So when you step back, you're keeping this width. Start with that. So I'm going to turn sideways, I keep the width, I step back. Now I'm up on the back toe, and ideally we are bending down, creating two 90-degree bends. This front knee is very important. It needs to land over the ankle. The minute the knee pushes forward, you're pressing stress through the knee. So the idea is to sit back so that both legs have the same amount of weight. And then from there, if you're going to step forward or back, you keep the exact same width. So before I put dumbbells into the play, let's talk about the different ways of doing a lunge. You've never done a lunge before. You start with what's called a stationary lunge. You go down, you go up. You can hold dumbbells by your sides if you want to, or you can do it with nothing. Ideally, you should do it with nothing so you maximize your form and technique. Once you understand the mechanics of the movement, you're keeping the front knee over the ankle, well then, hey, this is easy. I think I can add a couple of dumbbells to this. That makes sense. And you gradually work your way up. Now, the other way of doing, well, actually it would be your second way. So you started off with a stationary lunge. You completely rocked that. You just got that perfectly fine. You started adding weight. So what's your next variation? Your next variation is going to be alternating lunges stepping backwards. So hip width, you step back, you come down, you step up. The other side steps back and down and up. And ideally, you're working this in one motion. So notice I step back and I bend at the same time. Step back and bend at the same time. So that's your second variation. Now, the third variation is going to be the reverse, stepping forward. This is more challenging. Let me separate those dumbbells a little bit. This is a bit more challenging because, again, we want to keep the integrity of our front knee. Hip width, you step forward, you come down. Now watch this knee. A lot of times if we don't step forward enough, we will push forward. So it's keeping the knee right over the ankle, step back, the other side. Abdominals are in, rib cage is tight, shoulders are back and down. Inhale one way, exhale the other. So now, how are you going to do it? If you're going to add weights, let's take these. Think of holding dumbbells like holding two suitcases. So they're pressed down, but your shoulders are back and down as you're doing the exercise. You could also hold the dumbbells up towards the shoulders, or you could use a bar or a Smith rack. Either way, that is your basically roadmap to the perfect lunge.